the other one going here. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Kevin Ward here, your no BS real estate coach, where we delve into the truth of whether we like it or not. Tell the truth with no BS. And I've had a conversation that's been going on in my brain for a while that I want to talk about today. And a conversation I hear because I've heard other people talking about it. I'm like, I want to have this conversation, and I want to think about it as in terms of here. So I'm talking today about college education versus being a real estate agent. Should I get my real estate license or should I go to college? But that's not the conversation. The conversation is, how do you prepare yourself to accomplish your life's goals? How do you prepare yourself to accomplish the goals that you set in your life? And is investing in yourself a good deal? And people invest in themselves to go to college, like probably few things where people make a bigger investment than investment to go to college. And so I want to talk about it today. Good morning, Gina from Grapevine. Good morning, Kathleen from Riverside. Good morning, guys. As you come on, make sure you give the post a thumbs up and make sure you chat in the chat bar if you're on YouTube or on Facebook. Chat where you are in the world today. And good to see all of you. Hey, Eric from Rhode Island. Happy Wednesday. I love it. You guys just remember this. Today is Wednesday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, W-I-N-S. It is the day of wins. And every day should be Wednesday. Hey, JP, good morning from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Patty from Tampa. I bet you have some opinions on, hey, Don from Leesburg. I bet you have some opinions on going to college. First, how many of you, I'm just curious, who has a college degree? Okay, who has a college degree? And if you want to just say, I do, I'm just curious. I just want to know who I'm talking to. Who has a college degree? I do, I don't. I'd like to see who does, who does not. And I want to talk about it because I'm struggling with college. Is like, should we encourage our kids to go to college and all that kind of stuff? Good morning. Thank you, Eric. Paula, master's, and Paul has a master's degree. Okay, cool. Good morning, Nikisha from New Jersey. Good morning, Paul from Huntington Beach, I think. Hunt Beacon. I'm not sure what that is. Good morning. I just became an agent, started following you. Awesome, Paul Wezo. Good to see you. Excited. All right. So first, I don't believe college education is necessary to succeed. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what I believe. And let me give you some credibility of why I can say that, because I have a bachelor's degree. I have a master's degree. I have a full master's degree that I got back in the 1900s from an accredited university, Oklahoma Christian University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma City. And I graduated with a master's degree with a 4.0 GPA, which means my entire master's degree, I did not get anything less than an A in any class, which is pretty rare to happen. My mom had a master's degree, graduated magna cum laude. My dad has a doctorate degree in education, was a college professor. He was not a full-time college professor. He was a school administrator, school principal, school superintendent most of his years, and a school teacher. So my parents were huge proponents of education, and still are. My mom's passed away a few years ago, but my dad still, believes in college, believes in education, which I do too. I'm a big believer in education. So I want to be clear that my belief is not about should you go to college, or is not about education. It's about college. Should you get a college education? And which is for a young person who's just starting out, would you recommend that they go to college, or would you recommend that they get a real estate license, go become a real estate agent? If a kid wants to get going, make a lot of money, and they were like, I don't know what I want to do. Should I go to college, or should I start a career right away? And if you're going to start a career right away without a college education, real estate is one of the easiest things to get into. All right. And this is just, I want to get your feedback on this. Patricia Carmel, my nursing degree has been very lucrative. Cool. Awesome. This is a daily college level course on success. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Tom. This will get some people kind of emotional kind of thing in here, and so forth. Sherry has BS. And Sherry, does that mean you're Bachelor of Science, or does that mean BS? I don't know. Are you telling me I'm full of BS? I don't have one, but I'm in college now. Nikisha Lewis is in college. All right. So let's just talk about college degrees and going to college. So here's my big thing about college education. Number one, the university system, the college system was set up in America and is set up in other countries, but it was set up in America. I see some quotes here and some cool stuff. Well, I'm not trying to watch it. Here's Brittany Chisholm, Richie. Hey, Miss Richie, who is a school teacher. I'd love to hear her thoughts on this. My BS in healthcare. Okay, good, Sherry. Here's some of my concerns with college. Number one, college was created. The entire public education system and universities was set up in America primarily to train and prepare young people to become employees. You guys understand what I'm saying here? Does that make sense? I want to make sure everybody understands what I'm saying here. The college education system was created in America. I'm not saying it was created, but it was channeled in America. It was designed in America to create great job people, great employees for companies, for corporations. The entire public education system in America, from kindergarten and on up, was set up by wealthy business owners, corporate people, to help train. We need to train young people to grow up and come work in our factories, do our jobs. Does that make sense to everybody? This is huge. You understand that? So first, it is designed to create people to get a job. So I just checked it out, and I was just curious, if you go to college and get a college education, how much money does a college graduate with a bachelor's degree in America make? The average study release from Hay Group division of the executive research firm of Korn Ferry reports the average starting pay for new college graduates in the United States has never been higher than it is right now. Yes, great, man. Go to college, it's the highest paying job you'll ever going to get. The average starting salary for a 2017 college grad, because 2018 college grads just is happening right now this month, so we don't know what theirs is going to be. But this is last year's graduating class, is just a smidge under $50,000, $49,785 to be exact. Now, $49,785 in 2018 would not make you affluent, for sure. The problem is not that the amount of money you're making, but the amount of debt that you probably accumulated to get the ability to get a job for $49,085. Okay? Now, the average student loan debt is $40,000 when they graduate. Right now, average $40,000. This is not private. This is not the high. This is just the median thing. The average debt is $40,000. How long is it when you're making $50,000 a year? How long is it going to take you to pay back $40,000 of college debt? And you and I both know a lot of people that have six figures in college debt. A lot of them have $45,000, $50,000 in college debt when they get out of college that they got to pay back. All right. Yeah, Matt, it's not a good $49,000 is not a good salary in most areas. And I'll also say this, if you live in a high cost area, the starting salaries for college graduates is going to be higher. If you live in a lower cost market and lower cost area, it's going to be less. And so here's what I was just thinking about. So let me just tell you why college is a good idea. If you have a career path or a goal or a passion to do something that requires a college education, I'm still paying 20 years later. I paid for college. I paid for my college loans. It took me 7 years to pay back my college loans. I'm paying for helping one of my daughters pay back her college loan. Been paying it for years. And Brittany Chisholm graduated from Abilene Christian University, which is the same college that I got my bachelor's degree in, with a ton of debt from a private school. If you want to be a nurse, somebody put about being a nurse. If you want to be a school teacher, if you want to be what else? There are some things that require you to have a college education. If you want to be a medical professional, a doctor or whatever, then it's going to require a college degree. So if you have a career path, if your life goal is to do something that requires a college education, then you need a college education. I'll tell you another concern I have about college education. Hey, Josh Leibold, good to see you, my friend. I'll see you next week. Wow, I'm going to Chicago next week. to speak. Joshua Libo owns Prime Real Estate, which is this company that brings me in and has an amazing company. So Joshua, great to see you on Facebook this morning, or on YouTube rather. Do you need a college degree? Great question. Do you need a college degree to be successful in real estate? Well, I have 2 degrees and did very well in college. And I'm going to tell you that my college degrees never qualified me for a single job that I have had in my life. Now, I've had jobs that they wanted you to have a college degree. I probably may not have got the job if I didn't, but was it a requirement to do it? No, it was not. And let me just give you guys some angles here. If your life goal is to have a life and add value to people, and you're interested in real estate as a way to do that, helping people buy and sell real estate, it costs $2,000, give or take, to become a real estate agent and get started. If you want to get started in style, real estate licensing courses, all your board dues, your state fees, company getting set up with a company, all that kind of stuff, business cards and everything, for $2,000 to $3,000, you can do everything. You can get your license, get started, and going for $2,000 to $3,000, and you can do it in a period of probably 3 to 5 months. You get your real estate license. Now, I've got coaching members right now. I've got brand new agents who are their rookie year, invested $2,000 to $3,000 to get started, and made over $200,000 their first year in real estate as a real estate agent. I've got agents that did that in Michigan. I've got agents that did that in Texas. And I got one that just did it, made over around $243,000 his rookie year in real estate in Midland, Texas. Now, we're not talking the high end. We're not talking expensive places to live here. We're talking about what other kid, and he got a college education. So I'm not dogging him, the college education thing, but he did not become successful because of his college education. All right. It was because he got his real estate license. It was great at what he did. And I'm like, go to school, spend 4 years of your life to get a diploma, to get the right to go out and get a $50,000 job and have tens of thousands of dollars in debt, or go spend $2,000 to $4,000, invest $2,000 to $4,000 to get a real estate license, start getting training. By the way, Jacoby Kendrick in Midland, the guy that did over $240,000, made over $240,000 his first year in real estate, also is an avid investor in personal development and growth in his coaching. And so he's invested about $20,000 in his first year to become great at real estate in his own coaching and training. So he's one of my inner circle members, so that he pays me $15,000 to get coached by me, and he's actually way on track to make way more money than he made last year. Lots more money than he made, 6 figures more than he made last year, his first year. And I just look at that and I'm like, I spent 4 years going to college, and then I spent another 2.5 years going to college, and I spent tens of thousands of dollars. This was back in the 1900s. And that never helped me achieve my life's goals. Now, did it do some great stuff for me? Absolutely. So here's kind of my takeaways from this. And I want to get your takeaways from this. And I've got a lot of stuff. Is what is the benefit of an education? And here's the deal. I believe that you should probably invest more in your own greatness than you are investing in yourself. And the value of college is not in its ability to qualify you to get a job. It is in its ability to teach you life lessons and thinking skills. Okay, I just saw somebody post something. Problem-solving skills are the best part of my college degree. Problem-solving skills. And Paul, I agree with you that what you learn in college can be, you can learn social skills. You can learn critical thinking skills, high-level thinking skills, learning how to do a research paper, for example, learning how to do research and all that. That's pretty powerful stuff. Just the process of doing stuff, learning how to finish stuff, learning how to have discipline, to show up on time, be committed, and all that kind of stuff. All of that has value. College campuses today concern me a little bit because they tend to be, they look to me like they're becoming an experiment in social theory. They become a playground for social experimentation, in my opinion. That concerns me because when you send an 18-year-old high school graduate to college, and their minds, they're spending all this time around in an environment where their minds are being shaped by the people they're hanging out with and by the people they're sitting and listening to every day. That concerns me a little bit, because all of a sudden you're being taught in a specific direction and depending on where you go and all that kind of stuff. But there is a big disconnect for people to go like, I don't want to go to college. You look at the big successful guys like Steve Jobs and guys like that who dropped out of college and all that, go like, that's what I want to do. And the mistake would be to drop out of college and stop investing in your own personal growth and development. And I think that is the real magic here, is you should invest more in your own greatness, more in your own personal development. The choice is, how and where do I invest in myself? If I don't go to college and I'm going to go and start a career and I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, whatever it is, you can do so many things to make a lot of money, but most people that do that stop investing in themselves and growing personally. And that's been one of the journeys that I've gone through, is that when I graduated and got my master's degree, I kept reading books, but I really didn't invest in my own personal development growth for years. And I went through years of life like this. And when I got back into, this was 7 years ago now, when I got back into personal development and I started investing, I started attending seminars and workshops, business workshops, personal development workshops. I started reading every day, religiously, and going back and reading like I had read when I was in college. It was like that changed everything. So here's my challenge to all of you today. Because, the idea of should I do college or real estate is only going to be a question that applies to a very small amount of people. Most of you, either you've already passed this stage of you're already a real estate agent, or you're already done with college and you're not in that. There's a couple of you that said, yes, I'm in college now and all that kind of stuff. And I do not recommend anybody drop out of college. I recommend you finish. Okay. Now, if you finish a year and say, I'm done, I don't need more, then I'm totally cool with that. But don't just drop out in the middle. You got to be strategic and not reactionary in the decisions that you make. But the real thing is I want to challenge you to commit to growth, to commit to investing in yourself. I'm so avid about this. And as a real estate coach, I want you to invest in your real estate training and come to my events, get into my coaching. Why? Because I know I can help you add value to your business, to your life, to your clients, and do a better job of it. And it is without fail, people that invest more in themselves, more in their coaching, more in their training, get better results in their business and in their life. It's just the way it goes. And I do it myself. I don't just tell you to do it. I do it. Julie and I invest in ourselves, in our coach, in getting coached, in getting trained. We constantly, just one of our biggest expenses in our business is our personal development and business development, learning skills, learning the strategies, learning how to do this. We're bringing unveiling a whole new suite of training at our next event that we've been doing the same event for 5 years. It'll be our fifth Real Estate Vortex training camp, but we're unveiling a whole new set of stuff because we're like, we got to keep learning. And as we've learned, we're like, whoa, now we waste of time. Well, if college was a waste of time for you, it doesn't mean that education and learning is a waste of time for you. But we get that attitude. People get that attitude and they kind of go like, I'm done. I'm done with college. And when they say I'm done with college, they say I'm done with learning. And if you're not learning and growing every day, you are stagnating and you are getting stuck. And the real tragedy is you have no idea what you're missing out on. I had no idea for years what I was missing out on until I got back into this groove of really developing and learning. And I still go through times where I'm really into it. I'm reading every day. I'm reading a lot. I'm like into that growth. And then I get distracted. I get busy and I stop growing. And I have to go like, whoa, wait a second. We got to get going again here. We got to get growing again because it makes that big of a difference in your life. So if you go to college, you have to make a commitment. You go like, okay, how much is it going to cost me a year to go to college? $20,000. Okay, I got to figure out how am I going to come up with $20,000 to go to college. Now, don't you do that? You do that, right? You sit down and you go like, how do I pay for this? Well, I either can pay for it. My parents are going to pay for it. We're going to split it. I'm going to get an extra job. I'm going to get student loans. Whatever it is, we figure it out because we believed that it mattered in order for us to achieve our goals, that investment in ourselves was critical. Okay. Now, here is the thing. I want to challenge you to sit down in your life this week and go like, what do I need to invest in myself to get better at what I do and to achieve my life's goals? And get rabidly serious about investing in your own growth. You completely, and if your parents and sent your kids to college or sending your kids to college, you completely changed your life, your lifestyle. You made financial decisions wrapped around this one belief that this massive investment, financial investment in college would make a difference. And I'm going to tell you that massive investment in yourself, personal development, business development, and growth will make a massive difference. College to me, dollar for dollar, I'm looking at it and going like, I just don't know. I don't feel it. If I was doing it again, would I go to college? If I was back, high school senior and looking at my options with my background and my training, I probably would go to college again. But I'm like, am I going to recommend my kids go to college? I don't know. But what I'm going to recommend is my kids master becoming the best at whatever they choose to do. And they master greatness. And I think to master greatness, you learn it by studying and learning from the best in the world at those things. Is college where that happens? It depends. But that would be my question, is not should I go to college? But the question should be, where and how should I invest in myself to become the best in the world at what I want to become? If you want to become you want to become a real estate agent, if you want to become a real estate investor, if you want to become a rocket scientist, if you want to become a great parent, if you want to have a great marriage, then where do I invest in myself and in my learning and my growth to become the best at those things? And who can help me become the best at those? That, my friends, is a huge breakthrough. Jeannie Young Martin says, I raised entrepreneurs, no college house. And I think that's interesting. And I love that, Gina, because I was raised by that to believe that going to college, going to school, getting a good education and getting a good job was the path. I was never exposed to entrepreneurial mindset. When I got exposed to multi-level marketing, which is by nature entrepreneurial, although for better or for worse, it was very much weird to us. Like multi-level market, the idea of marketing and owning your own business. And they even called it in the company that I was in, they called it being an independent business owner. And I'm like, independent business owner, that's interesting. And they were training on how to think like a business owner rather than think like an employee. And the ability to control your income and control your life is absolutely huge. So my challenge for you today is to ask these questions, to challenge, just don't think a certain way because that's what your parents thought, that's what you were taught to think, is critically ask yourself, which direction do I want my life to go and how's the best way to get there? And find people who got the fruit on their tree and go like, that's the way that I'm going to take this thing. And I think it's huge. Now, I want to invite you guys. This is not a sales pitch, but I want to invite you guys to come join me. If you're a real estate agent, and you want to make more money, and you want to be the best at it, come train with me. And the best way to do that is live. I've got the Real Estate Vortex training camp coming up July 9th, 10th, and 11th. Go to realestatevortex.com. The investment for that 3 days is nothing. It is just ridiculous. Go to realestatevortex.com. It's just ridiculous how little of an investment it takes to grow as much as it will help you grow. So do that. Come see me. Come spend those time with me. I'm also going to be speaking I'll be posting this later. I'm going to be speaking here in Los Angeles, doing at a real estate company. I'm going to be doing a two-hour training next Thursday morning east of Los Angeles. I'll be talking about that in Norwalk. I'll be posting that. So you guys can, if you're in the area, if you're in the LA area, want to come and train with me for a couple of hours, that'll be awesome. Whatever you do, invest in yourself, invest in your growth, invest in your development so that you can win. If that makes sense, if you guys agree with this, let me see some thumbs up. Awesome. Patty Carmel, I will be at the Vortex flight and hotel booked. Can't wait to meet you. Awesome. I can't wait to meet you as well, Patricia. Looking forward to it. The true purpose of education is to improve one's self. And I agree totally with that. Awesome. I'm checking the comments out. I'll reply to some of your comments on the online here. So guys, I'm gonna let you go. I went long today because it's just something I'm thinking about. But I want you to invest in yourself to get better, to become great at what you do so that you can win. Today is Wednesday. Go out and win. Make it win today. Matt, I'm not coming to MD. I'm not coming to DC. Come here. Come train with me. Okay. They don't move the college to come to you. You come to the college. It's worth the investment. So make it happen. Guys, have a great day. Play to win and always expect yes. It is Wednesday. Make it your day to win. See you tomorrow for Kevin at 7.